Hey, welcome everybody to my video journal entitled The 30-Year-Old Freshman. This is page one, week one of my uh, epic journey through college. I am going back, and a lot of people wonder why I'm even doing this. Why am I doing the journal? Why am I even going back to school? But the reason I'm doing the journal is because I feel like it's important to document to people who are in my position and who may be kind of conflicted on what they should do about going back to school. So I'm doing it simply because, look, I've had a lot of jobs, man. I graduated high school in 1996, and I've been working ever since then. I've had a ton of different jobs. I have so many jobs that I can't even remember most of them. I started jotting some down here. I was a camp maintenance, KFC, soap factory, packing warehouse, shipping warehouse, metal factory. I worked in sales. I did phone sales, door-to-door sales, cable sales, telemarketing, marketing survey, inventory control. I worked at 10 different retail stores. I mean, this is just some of the stuff that I can even remember. Most of the stuff I can't even remember. So the point is, all those jobs, and I haven't found a career out of them. You know what I'm saying? I haven't found my niche. So I knew what I wanted to do, and this is the avenue I have to go about doing it. So I'm kind of excited to go back to school, though I was a little pissed off about the process, getting into school. Financial aid, for anybody who's ever gone through financial aid, it's like dealing with the mafia or our government. I didn't like the process of registering for classes because when I was coming up, 1996, 97, going through the whole thing and being in college, it was all paperwork. Now it's all internet. It's all go on and sign on to this website and log on to this and create a password for this. I got about 15 different user IDs and passwords for stuff that I have no idea what it is. So I don't even know if I'm going to be using this stuff or what. But, that's what they have to do now. Everything's computer based, whatever, no big deal. But I still was a little disappointed with how things went down. But to kind of give you an idea of what I'm going for a bachelor's in journalism, so I have to take some prerequisites, which starting out, I'm taking American history, which is one of my favorite subjects. I actually love American history, and I'm taking political science, which is again another subject that I am quite fond of. The funny thing about being in college and being in a community college type atmosphere is it reminds me a lot of public schools. And anybody who went to DPS, Detroit Public Schools, they know. I'm sitting in this class here in college, and we got these desks. You remember when we were in kindergarten and you had the desks that had the hard backs, the hard seats, and they had the tabletops that connected. And you most of the times you used to you'd be able to lift your desk up and you could put your books and crap in there. We got desks that's very similar to that. And it's kind of frustrating because, for people who know me, man, I'm no small guy. So I'm sitting there and I'm basically being stabbed in the gut by the freaking desk. And you can't move. There's no squirming to one side or squirming to the other side. So for 2 to 4 hours, you're basically being stabbed. And then by the time you leave the class, you got an indentation of your desk right in the middle of your gut. So I ain't real pumped about that. I'm kind of pissed about it. Then the heat is broken. The air conditioner is broken in the building. So we're sitting in class that's probably 85, 88 degrees hot. I mean, I'm sweating now. That's partially because I just got from class and I'm still sweating from it. So you got to take a bottle of water or something to deal with this crap. Just to talk a little bit about the classes, but history, like I said, I love American history. I'm a big fan of it. It's funny because I got a syllabus here, which is 30 pages long. This is like nothing I've ever seen before. Going through all the crap that we have to do in the course. Not a big deal. I'm okay with that. But the political science is where the fun really is, because I got an instructor who kind of reminds me of Milton from Office Space. And he's real energetic about political science. So for people who don't know, political science is basically politics or government. And if you've ever heard somebody speak highly of politics, man, this dude gets pumped. I mean, he's like, by the end of the class, he was sweating. His tie was halfway down. His shirt was untucked. His belly was showing. He was spewing coffee all over the room, and he was really into it. Now, this is an intense dude because, and for people, look, I'm 33, okay, and in this political science class, I'm the oldest guy in the class. I'm the oldest person in the class, and on top of that, I'm the only black guy in the class. Now, I already had a couple things that I was like, you know, a little antsy about already. Then the instructor decided today that he was going to pick on me. So Mr. Brown, tell me, how was it for the blacks in 1955 in Mississippi? Now all the little white kids are staring at me. You know what I'm saying? You ever sat somewhere and like in the peripherals and you can see people just kind of like beaming at you? Everybody's staring at me because they expect me to give them this fantastic answer. And I'm like, it sucked. It sucked. I mean, what do you want me to say? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. But, you know, he picked up me the whole class, and by picking on me, I mean, he called on me. But now I'm the oldest guy, and I'm the only black guy, and I'm probably the biggest guy because I can't fit in the seats. And now I got the teacher asking me questions about civil rights. This is really fantastic, really interesting. So we have our first quiz next Monday, and we're basically going to be talking about the foundations of the government and how the government was started and all that good stuff. So it seems like it's going to be okay. What I'm going to do is after I take the test, after I take the quiz, I'm hoping to be able to come back on next week and give you a kind of a summary and a grade of what I got. I'm not going to be ashamed, man. I'm not going to be ashamed of what I got because, you know, look, I'm a working man. I got to do what I can do, and I'll study when I can study and all that other good stuff. So, you know, we'll go into that next week. But that's pretty much a summary of this first week here at Macomb, and I'll tell you, you know, for people my age who are kind of conflicted with what they should do, you know, if they should go back to school, if they should follow their dreams, even if it's not going to school, if it's something that you're passionate about, you always wanted to do it and you wondered about it, look, do it. You know what I'm saying? Just do it. And because that's one regret you don't want to have, man. I never want to have the regret of thinking, what if? You know what I'm saying? I would rather go to school, fail, and try to be a journalist, and at least say, you know what, I tried, it was hard, I couldn't do it, rather than never tried it at all. So for people out there who really don't know, you know, they're conflicted with it, go ahead and do it, man. You know, go ahead, put your foot forward, give it a try. You never know. You probably 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to be successful at it. So, you know, that's my advice to people who are 30 years and over. I mean, there's a lot of older people going to school, you know, but there's that age where you're 30, 35, and you're kind of conflicted. You're really in this position where you don't know where you really want to go. You know, you still feel like you got some life, but you know you've lost 10 years of it. So I say, go ahead and do it. You know, that's for me, that's what I'm doing. You know, in the words of the great Paul Simon, I'm working on a rewrite.
Don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy.